There are a number of trends as risk management is evolving, not only in the U.S., but on a global basis that I think are important to highlight. Most recently, these advancements are being driven by regulatory and legislative changes. The first trend is the trend towards standardization. This is driven in the United States by the PDUFA 5 reauthorization, Prescription Drug User Fee Act, in which Congress gave FDA goals. FDA is looking for manufacturers and sponsors to use systematic methods as a way to define the goals of their REMS and then for defining what types of interventions will be used to minimize the risks in certain medications. A second important trend is the trend towards a more systematic and rigorous approach in REMS assessments in the United States or risk minimization assessments in other markets of the world. And there is a growing expectation that the more social science approach to evaluating these methods, such as surveys of stakeholders, need to be augmented by far more rigorous methods. And this actually leads to the third important trend, which is benefit risk assessment. At one time, risk management and risk assessment was considered an independent aspect, and increasingly there's a recognition that risk only exists in the context of benefit and vice versa. And so wisely, in the most recent GVP, the Good Vigilance Practices that have been promulgated in Europe, there is an expectation of periodic benefit risk assessment, known informally as PBRS, a periodic benefit risk assessment of products, and in the United States there is consideration of a benefit risk evaluation as well. And in fact, in February of 2013, FDA published a structured approach to benefit risk assessment. So standardization, improved approaches and rigor in the assessment of whether risk minimization programs are actually working, and benefit risk assessment are three key trends that risk management professionals in the pharmaceutical industry need to be aware of and need to incorporate into the risk management planning.